Hello everyone, welcome back to Das Haus with Thomas Gunn. And today we're going to be making a traditional German fruit cake or fruit, you can't really call it a pie. I'm going to call it a cake. And today I actually ran out and bought the base. So let me just show you what that looks like. All right, that's the base. You could make it yourself. I just don't have the appropriate pan right now anyway. So what is this called in English? It's called a flan sponge, but I mean, have a look at it if you find these in the store. They're not very expensive. This cost me $4.30. If you want to make your own, you would be looking up a recipe for a biscuit base. I'm pretty sure that's spelled B-I-S-C-U-I-T. That's what my mother used to call it anyway. So we're going to use that as the base. We're going to put some pastry cream on top of that, and then fruit on top of that, and then a glaze on top of that. So the glaze as well, I bought pre-made. Let me show you. So it just looks like this. You could do your own with, usually it's best to use a lighter colored jam. So you could buy like an apricot jam, and you heat it up in a pot until it's melted, and then you strain it through a sieve, and then that liquid you can use to glaze with. All right, try to avoid using the red one. I find when I buy the red one for strawberries, it's so colored that it makes everything on top look red. So I'm going to try now with the kiwi one. I'm going to assume that it's a bit paler. And the other ingredients you're going to need are 2 eggs, 30 grams of starch, 100 grams of sugar, a pinch of salt, 250 milliliters of milk, 2 eggs, and after that we will need 30 grams of butter and 1 package of vanilla sugar. This is vanilla sugar. If you can't find this or you don't have this, you can use straight vanilla. I probably use about a teaspoon or so. So we're going to do the one-step method. So we're just going to put everything in the pot together. So here's my 2 eggs. I use large size eggs. Get yourself a whisk. Here's my 350 milliliters of milk. That's whole milk. I think in the United States it's called whole milk. In Canada we say 2% milk. Give that a good whisk. I'm going to start my heat already. Here comes the pinch of salt, the 100 grams of sugar, the 30 grams of starch. Get your starch in before anything heats up, because you want to put starch into a cold liquid. So that's it. Now we are just going to heat this until it becomes thick. So stay at your stovetop, keep stirring continuously. And I'm not going to force you to watch this. It might take a few minutes. I'll let you know how long it took. So I'm going to keep doing that, and once it's thickened, I'll come back. All right, here we go. So that was exactly 4 minutes, and as you can see, it's quite thick. So into this, we're going to drop our 30 grams of butter and our package of vanilla sugar. The heat is off already, by the way. Didn't cut that enough. Dump that in. And you're just going to stir this until the butter melts. And after that, we're going to pour this into a bowl, cover it with a plastic wrap, and put the plastic wrap so that it's actually touching the pastry cream. If you don't do that, it might develop a skin as it cools down. And then I'm going to put it into the fridge and let it cool down. While that's happening, I'm going to start peeling my fruit. So you can use any fruit you like. Try to use different colors. It makes the top prettier. I'm going to be using, I bought some strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, kiwis, and mandarins. So that's what I'll be using. You could just do strawberries if you like. You could do it all blueberries. Feel free to do it however you like. Use whatever fruits you like. So you can prepare those while this cools down. All right, so I'm going to put this in a bowl, cover it like I said, put it in the fridge, and once we're ready to assemble, I'll come back. All right, here we go. So my pastry cream is at room temp. Just going to spoon that onto. And the reason you want to do this, I mean, yes, for flavor, but also because if you were to put the fruit straight onto the cake, it would get soggy. So this acts as a barrier between the cake and the fruit. And you don't want to overdo it on this layer. I will obviously have pastry cream left over, but I mean, you could I can anyway, just eat it like this. It tastes like vanilla pudding, really, like a homemade vanilla pudding. Or if you want, you could also buy, they have little shells that are like a cup size, and you could fill those. If you want to do individual portions, fill those with the pastry cream and then a few fruits on top. That would also be really nice. So, here I've got my strawberries, I've got kiwis, I've got blueberries, I've got my mandarins, and I've got raspberries. I don't even know if I'm going to have room on this cake for all of those. So now really just start any pattern you like. So I think I'm going to, does it look like I have enough strawberries? I think I'm going to start with the Okay, this is where the OCD comes in. Yeah, I'm going to start with the kiwis. Just overlap them just slightly. Just going to put those around the outside. So, and just do whatever pattern you like. So I'm going to keep doing this, and once I've done, I'll come back and we'll put on the glaze. And then we'll be done. Alright, so there I've decorated as I wanted. I've made the glaze as per the instructions. So now you just want to very lightly just brush it over everything on the cake. The reason for this is not only does it give the cake a nice, or torte, a nice shiny appearance, but it also protects the fruit from drying out, from turning color. You don't want to slap this on. This package made weight enough. I could probably do 10 cakes with this. But like I said, if you want, you could always do the apricot jam method, which also works. Talk about a German accent coming out, which also works very well. Which also works very well. So I'm just going to continue doing this. And I also want to get it on any of the pastry cream that's exposed, because that as well will develop a crust if it's not covered. And then this can go in the fridge until you're ready to serve. And you could do this a day, 2 days, 3 days in advance. And if you further want to gild the lily once you're ready to serve, you could pipe some whipping cream on the top, or you could serve it with whipping cream on the side, however you like, or you can just serve it as is. Don't forget, you do have the pastry cream. So there we go. So yeah, I think that's pretty well covered. Just gonna get some more in the middle over here. Just make sure everything is nicely covered and protected. And there we go. So there you have a Obsttorte, or a fruit tart, or a fruit cake, or a fruit flan, whatever you want to call it. This will now go in the fridge, it'll set, and it'll be ready to serve with whipping cream as is, nice cup of coffee. And yeah, so give this a try, it's very simple. Makes for a nice presentation. You can use any fruit you like, any pattern you like. And so please like this video, subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you next time.